The change from wishing fellow Americans Merry Christmas to wishing them Happy Holidays is a very significant development.
No, it isn't.
So, I mean, like, right out the gate, the first contention of this video.
No, it's actually a very, very tiny little cultural change that, in my world, is barely worth noting.
You know, I mean, and by the way, not even a real event.
No.
Didn't even really change. It used to be, before you guys decided to make up this war on Christmas, it used to be perfectly acceptable for anyone to say either one of those things.
People said Happy Holidays back when I was a kid, way before this war on Christmas shit.
Right. You could
really
say Merry
kicked in.
Christmas. You could say Happy Holidays.
And people did.
No one gave a shit.
And guess what? I do. I say Merry Christmas all the time. I say Happy Holidays. I use them interchangeably, as does most of the fucking populace of this country. So no, Dennis.
But now
it's not a significant event.
Like, now, because of these crybabies on the right, like my wife, she's dog groomer for a living. She was like, oh, should I write Happy Holidays on the dog's report card, or should I write Merry Christmas on the dog's report card? It's like, she's like, I don't know. It's like a landmine field now.
Yeah.
Of like, oh shit, I don't want to offend. Oh my God. This used to be just totally inoffensive. No one cared. Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. What the fuck does it matter? Well, let's find out.
Proponents of Happy Holidays argue it's no big deal. Proponents of Merry Christmas are making a mountain out of a molehill.
What about proponents of both, like us?
What about proponents of who gives a shit?
Yeah, put me right in the. I'm inside that little building back there drinking a beer.
Enlightened centrism.
Oh, I'm just sorry. On this fucking issue, I am a fucking centrist.
Me too.
I don't give a fuck. I've never been offended, because I guess some people's contention are, like, if you say Merry Christmas, but you're talking to a Buddhist or an atheist or a Jew or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? I'm an atheist. I've never been offended by somebody telling me Merry Christmas.
I mean, you have to be a fucking moron to get offended by it.
In fact, I don't even get offended when religious people are even more overtly religious than that, like God bless you and shit. That doesn't...
I mean, like, you hear it around here all the time. Like,
Oh, yeah.
have a blessed day.
Yeah.
I've never once been like, fucking piece of shit, trying to tell me to have a blessed day. Fuck him. I've even said, like, yeah, you too.
Well, yeah.
I would never say it, personally. I'd never be like, have a blessed day, because fuck that.
It's just a totally interchangeable way of ending a social transaction.
It's just, I mean, this is just empty chatter. The person saying Happy Holidays 9 times out of 10 does not give a fuck if you have Happy Holidays or not. It's just a social nicety. It's like, how you doing?
Right.
Fine. It's just small talk. It's basically fucking meaningless.
But the Happy Holidays advocates want it both ways. They dismiss opponents as hysterical, but at the same time, in addition to replacing Merry Christmas with Happy Holidays, they have relentlessly pushed to replace Christmas vacation with winter vacation.
Oh, God. I didn't realize. Hold up now. I didn't realize the severity of the fucking problem,
This
man.
just became real. Okay,
Wow,
Prager.
shit just got real. All right. What does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
What does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
What does it matter?
It 100% doesn't matter.
It was Christmas canceled? No. Do you are you no longer able to celebrate the holiday known as Christmas?
Yeah, anybody standing in your way on your way to Walmart or Target or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Like, get out!
You can't come and do the fucking capitalist Christmas shopping thing. It's like, no, it's as strong as it ever was.
And Christmas party with holiday party. So,
I mean, how many people? I mean, okay,
I've heard
so
both.
Yeah, once again,
when I worked in that semi-corporate environment, I heard Christmas party, I heard holidays celebration. They do that at schools too. They'll call it a holiday party or a Christmas party interchangeably. It's a totally pointless distinction to 90% of people. And then you got this 10% on either side that are at each other over something that nobody fucking cares about.
Oh, man.
So then, which is it? Is all this elimination of the word Christmas important or not?
No.
The answer is obvious.
So first of all, it's not even happening.
Yeah,
like
there's been no elimination.
I've never gone. I mean, like, have you met a single person that's like, you mentioned Christmas and like, what's that? Don't you mean holiday? Generic winter holiday
Like
time?
I said, 90% of us are we're locked into the same fucking cultural tradition of calling it Christmas time. And it's not even happening.
Turn on the fucking radio. You know, I mean, like, people are not like, we wish you a merry holiday season.
Nope.
There's still plenty of mentions of Christmas all over the fucking place. You still turn on the TV and see, like, Christmas sale at such and such. It's still Christmas dinner. It's still Merry Christmas, everyone. All the fucking Christmas shit is still in place. Just because in a few instances people are alternating a different word. By the way, it's because there's multiple holidays right next to each other. Christmas and New Year's are like this far apart.
And Hanukkah.
Yeah, Hanukkah's there.
So you can throw,
ostensibly there's some Kwanzaa shit that I guess maybe somebody somewhere celebrates. I don't know.
I think all you have to do to celebrate Kwanzaa is just say you're celebrating Kwanzaa.
Maybe one year I will. Maybe this like Merry fucking Kwanzaa, bitch.
Yeah.
Obvious, it's very important. That's why so much effort is devoted to substituting other words for Christmas.
There's no effort.
What effort?
There's no effort.
All right, look, watch
There's
this.
literally no effort.
Watch this. Hey, Paul.
Hey.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, happy holidays, man.
Like, where was the Herculean effort there? What was the you act like, I mean, there's not like a giant statue of the word Christmas that we fucking spent billions of dollars to transform into the word holidays.
Nope.
And these efforts have been extraordinarily successful. In place of the universal Merry Christmas of my youth, in recent decades I have been wished happy holidays by every waiter and waitress in every restaurant I have dined, by everyone who welcomes
You must
me
not
at any...
dine a whole lot down here in the South.
I can tell you that much.
Because
Not
I'll
only
tell
that,
you what,
like,
dude.
This is a guy who's being literally told by somebody happy holidays, which is a nice thing to say.
Right. And
And
he's
he's
pissed about
"Ugh."
it. He's butthurt about it.
Okay, so let's just see something. Like, is there a fucking Christmas song called Happy Holidays? It's like
Happy
Holidays. Isn't
Yeah.
that an old song? Like, is that song from like
No, that's like a old like Bing Crosby era
right?
shit.
So obviously this is not like, oh my god, this Happy Holidays. That wasn't even a thing in my youth. Yes, it was. You're such a fucking liar.
any business, by my flight attendants and pilots, and by just about everyone else. When I respond, thank you, Merry Christmas, I often sense that I've actually created some tension.
You
Many
haven't.
of those I wish Merry
No.
Christmas.
You're having a wrong sense about the fucking social situation, Dennis. Nobody cares.
Oh my god.
Literally nobody has ever gasped and clawed at their fucking face when you told them Merry Christmas. It's never happened to you.
What? I'm trying to figure out when. Okay, the song "Happy Holidays." Okay, so there was an album by Joe Stafford called "Happy Holidays" in 1955. There was the song "Happy Holiday," 1942. There was "Happy Holiday," a 1954 musical version of the play "The Ghost Train." So I mean, like, this is
right.
there was another one called "Happy Holidays to You," a 1979 album by The Whispers.
Right. So the 40s and 50s were clearly in Dennis Prager's quote unquote childhood at that point.
Yeah,
And there's holidays everywhere.
"Happy Holidays" is a fucking common goddamn phrase, and it has been for decades. You guys decided to make something up about there being this war on Christmas or this effort to fucking fuck over Christmas.
I will tell you one place that it has changed. When I was a kid, there would be like big shopping places all had Merry Christmas on them. And now the bigger shopping chains and stuff have like I very rarely do I see Walmart with big Merry Christmas things, you know what I mean? That used to be way more common when I was a kid. But what do you want me to do about that? I'm not the corporate guy that made that decision.
So there's like I'm looking at some corporations here to see what they're doing. It's kind of an older article, but
Yeah, a lot of them ditched it altogether and they just do like that stylized ho 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 or whatever.
Yeah, they just like, we don't even want to be part of this fucking bullshit.
Be jolly. You know what I mean? I see a lot of like...
Don't even involve us in this.
So...
Christmas are probably relieved to hear someone who feels free to utter the C word, but all the sensitivity training they've had to undergo creates cognitive dissonance. The opponents of Merry Christmas and other uses of the...
To have fucking Dennis Prager up here talking about a fucking non-existent war that's going on, talk about cognitive dissonance in another group of people is really, truly the height of fucking irony. Oh my God, dude. Anybody that believes that Christmas is under attack is laboring under a number of problems. One of them very fucking obviously being cognitive dissonance.
Get your holiday tree.
The word Christmas know exactly what they're doing. They're disingenuous when they dismiss defenders of Merry Christmas as fabricating some, quote, war on Christmas.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Christmas. Or more precisely,
of course.
a war on the religious nature of America. The left in America, like the left in Europe.
You're really going to try and make the contention that Christmas is an overall religious event in most people's lives now, Dennis?
It is not.
You might be suffering from a little bit more of that cognitive dissonance because through my entire fucking childhood, it's been about buying people shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's about gifts and consumerism, and to a lesser extent, I mean, maybe not, I don't know, I guess it depends on which...
I mean, there's an element
there's
of
like,
getting...
family togetherness,
right. But that's every
family
holiday.
And friends and drinking and whatever the fuck else. But, yeah, I mean, for some people, there's a religious aspect to it, but for a lot of people, there isn't. Like, I still celebrate Christmas, but I don't even believe in Christ. I don't believe that he died for my sins. I don't believe in the Christian faith.
You have a Christmas tree.
Right. I have a Christmas tree in my fucking living room. We got some Christmas decorations outside. We got some nice Christmas lights. Got a little inflatable dog with a Santa hat. You know, so I'm observing the fucking holiday. I'm fucking getting down with it to some extent. But there's nothing religious about it to me. It's just a fucking tradition that I've grown up in. And yeah, I mean, there was like some shit about, oh, well, it's the Jesus and the nativity and all this and that. And I've seen it, and I understand it, and I understand that for some people it has that meaning as well, but for me it doesn't.
I think for most of the people that have a religious kind of meaning surrounding Christmas, it's both. Like,
right.
Yeah, they observe it as Christ's birthday, but they also participate in the giant orgy of conspicuous consumption.
Right, and we all know that, of course, this, you know, started as a pagan holiday and was stolen by the Christians, and there have been plenty of videos about out there handling that. Like, people have done this Christmas thing before Christianity was even a fucking thought in someone's head. So,
well, yeah, it used to be the winter solstice.
Right.
So it was like a fucking big pagan celebration of the, you know, the end of the, you know, it's now winter is starting to go away and you're heading back into spring. You know what I mean?
Well, it's actually winter's just starting.
I thought winter... No. I thought that was winter's peak. The solstice is the peak of winter, right?
Maybe.
That's how I understand it, but I might be wrong.
I don't know exactly. But, I mean, the point is that it's a fucking pagan thing, and it was that before it was ever a Christian thing. And I understand that for some people today it is a Christian thing, but it's, like, that's not really what Christmas is at this point in our fucking culture, all right? I mean... For the majority of people, Christmas is about consumerism, which every American holiday is about, and family togetherness, which pretty much every American holiday is about.
So the solstice is the day with the shortest period of daylight and the longest night of the year when the sun is at its lowest daily maximum elevation in the sky. So it's like the turning point of winter.
Right.
It's like when winter is now officially slowly going away and giving way to spring.
Right. Well, and I mean, you know, like, it's like a celebration because, I mean, like, winter is miserable. Especially if you're living in ancient times before heaters and things of that nature.
And heavily reliant on crops that don't grow in frozen ground.
Right, so this was something for people to look forward to. This is a big celebration.
It was something for people to literally survive and to celebrate their surviving of it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you know, there's a fucking reason behind this, and it's not Jesus. In fact, if Jesus existed at all, he was probably born during the summer, but whatever. Let's listen to some more of this horse shit.
Wants to create a thoroughly secular society. Not a secular government, which is a desirable goal and which in any event has always been the case in America, but a secular society. Most people do not realize that the left believes in secularism as fervently as religious Jews and Christians believe in the Bible. That's why.
Good.
I mean, yeah, why would that be a problem?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're a Christian, you try to make the society more Christian, right? So I don't see why, if you're a secularist, you shouldn't try to make society more secular. And by the way, if there's anything we're doing to try to make society more secular, I don't think the war on Christmas is a fucking part of that strategy. I really don't.
I don't buy the line that we have a secular government right now either.
No, I mean, well, whenever, I mean, no.
Like faith-based initiatives and constant fucking invocation of Christian fucking mythology in all of our fucking government
all
doing.
Kinds of politicians ending speeches with "God bless America."
Oh, absolutely.
God's on the money.
There's
God's
still
God's
a
over
hard
the fucking highest court in the land. You know,
there's still a hard religious litmus test on any fucking high office in this country. Like it's an implied litmus test. It may not be in writing somewhere, but just look at the like relative low amount of people that identify as fucking non-religious. There's more now than there've ever been. And there's still a tiny fraction of people in our government.
Now, in our generation, it's a lot higher. I think like 38% of people
Sure.
non-religious, but you know, we're just one segment of society. Overall, Christianity still is about 70%, 75%.
I'm talking about in government, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, when you have a country that's 75% Christian, it's still reflected in the fucking government because those people still want their religious bullshit to be involved in the fucking government, even though it should be a secular government. But I mean, having a more secular society is a step towards having a more secular government. So, but I don't understand why that's a problem. But like, you know, there's plenty of things we could argue about in terms of secularizing society. But Merry Christmas is not one of those things.
No.
Because I don't even associate Christmas with your religion, really. I know you do, but I don't.
But yeah, whether you associate it religiously is a personal issue. Like you should be worried about you keeping Christmas what you believe Christmas to be.
Like when you say happy holidays, you know one of those holidays that we're wishing you a happy is Christmas, right? You know? One of those is Christmas. Christmas is still in the mix.
Yeah, it's still a holiday. Last time I checked.
Like, no, I haven't heard an atheist, maybe I have actually, try to change the name of Christmas to like Atheistmas or something.
Happy holidays excluding Christmas.
Happy non-Christmas holiday.
Happy every other holiday but Christmas.
The holiday that I hate.
Said no one ever.
Why Merry Christmas bothers secular activists.
Okay,
It
so
doesn't.
basically he lies for 5 minutes and 30
Right.
seconds. Anyway, so let's go on to another related story before we talk to the chat for a minute.
Sure.
So this is some Trump people, and I'm probably going to have to reload this.
Eric Trump and
his wife, I guess.
yeah.
So let's take a look. This is
about what's going on with impeachment and the FISA and all that. But will you guys be able to just forget about all of it and really enjoy the fact that you really are part of the first family? You are the first family. I mean, you've done wonderful things for this country. We now don't have the political correctness that we used to. I mean, people are actually saying Merry Christmas.
You can say Merry Christmas again.
Yes,
Isn't that
yes.
so nice, Janine?
my
yeah,
God.
remember
I
those
love
years you
Christmas
couldn't
trees. I love
Just
Santa
like
over
the
here.
fake war that it is, there are fake battles and fake winners. So now you can say Merry Christmas again.
finally.
This is such bullshit.
Remember, because I mean, there was that period of time, Paul, where you even thought Merry Christmas, and it felt like the politically correct police were busting down your door. But
They just
you know,
came
now,
Yeah, they just came out of nowhere to fucking kick my door down and correct me forcefully for saying
yeah.
Merry Christmas. I hate this Janine Pirro chick too.
happy Saturday.
I don't know why, but I just look at her and I associate her with like really, really cheap boxed wine.
You're probably right.
I get the feeling that she
I
goes
could totally
home,
see her drunk at a party
Yeah,
or
on
in her
box
house
wine.
on the box wine. Doesn't matter how much money she makes, she's still drinking.
She
that
still drinks
box
the box wine. Yep.
Man. And they gotta go along. And by the way, touting that as a fucking accomplishment. Like, what exactly did Eric Trump do to make that happen?
Well, they're just basking in the glow of Trump.
Trump.
Donald is the one that made it okay to say Merry Christmas again.
We're gonna say Merry Christmas again.
Yeah, so they pinned the medal on his chest, but that's the general's son there, you know, going, oh yeah, we won that battle. That non-existent battle that only happened in our stupid, fevered imaginations.
The Trump who saved Christmas.
Like, what the fuck?
I mean, how do you feel that your father has done all of that, Eric?
It's incredible.
All that was one thing that he didn't even do.
Yeah,
That was, you listed all the things he's done, such as this one completely bogus accomplishment that didn't happen.
Never happened.
There was never a time you couldn't say Merry Christmas. Fuck you. You're such a lying cunt.
It is nice to say Merry Christmas again, and it is
Again.
a beautiful thing to celebrate all the holidays with beautiful little...
No, what? What? Holidays? I don't think so. Nope.
Damn.
Bro.
Thought he was a true believer.
Nah, dog. Nah. That ain't
Look
Trump's
at that
son.
kid. That kid looks like he wants to fucking
The
run.
kid's like, I was born into a terrible
He's
family.
staring right at my soul. He's like, save me from this, please.
little kids like this. I mean, this is what America's all about, and this is what the American dream's all about. And
Yeah, I
this
agree,
is why
kid.
we have an incredible country, because we can sit there with the Santa Claus and with beautiful trees and eat ice cream and open presents. And
Is ice cream like a Christmas thing?
Eat ice cream and open presents.
I don't know. I never
Kind of
had,
weird.
I never had ice cream on Christmas morning.
I mean, there might have been ice cream involved in the Christmas dinner sometimes, maybe, but it was never like, oh, I'm looking forward to the ice
now
cream.
for that traditional scoop of Christmas ice cream.
That's weird.
love one another, and and see little ones grow, and it's the best of this nation, and I'm proud of him for reinvigorating.
This guy wants to be president himself, obviously.
Oh, I think all of them do.
Yeah.
I think I saw a post somewhere from some MAGA head that was like, I think it was like Donald Trump, through the next 4 years, and then the next 8 years were Trump Jr., and then the next 8 years were Ivanka, and then the next 8 years was Eric. You know what I mean? The whole Trump dynasty, dude. And we can't say it couldn't happen because we had the Bush dynasty.
Yeah, the Trump dynasty could fucking put the Bush dynasty to shame.
So much of it.
Wow, man. Really makes you
So
think.
we think we're getting rid of the Trumps
We're not.
pretty soon. But
Nope. Even if
we're probably just looking at the front edge of a gigantic, long, stupid, thick-skulled Trump dynasty, dude. It's awesome.
you could have seen this clip and a lot more just like it if you were a Pessimist Productions patron. I'd also like to remind you to do all the standard YouTube bullshit. Rate, comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Whatever. Just endlessly do things. Interact with this video in all sorts of neat ways that maybe it helps me. I don't know. I'm confused at this point as to what YouTube is or does. But hopefully those things help. I don't know. Please do them. Thanks.